The day.
Hey guys, it's Alec Torelli. Welcome to the Hand of the Day. I'm bringing you this one from the Waldorf Astoria in La Quinta. Came out here with my wife, Ambra, for Christmas and filming some videos. So this one was a request from one of my readers as well. It was a hand I played recently on Live at the Bike. And Josh, if you're watching this, I'm playing this hand against Josh. I love you, buddy. And I don't blame you for anything you did, and I'm sorry to go against you, man. This hand comes from Josh. We were playing a lot at Live at the Bike recently. And a cool hand. He raises under the gun to 35 and 5-10 blinds. I'm to his direct left, and I make it 125 here with ace-7 of hearts. Pretty good hand to 3-bet. I kind of isolate. I get the hand heads up in position. It's sort of easier for me to play this hand with a 3-bet. If I just call and someone else 3-bets behind me, I kind of have to fold, and it's really the only way I think I could play this hand profitably. So I 3-bet to 125. I should have made it bigger here. I think this is a mistake by me. I think I maybe made a few mistakes in this hand, but I got away with murder here. I made it 125. I think I should make it like 140, 150. We're really, really deep. He's very likely to call, and I want to charge him a little more in position. This hand just makes it, this raise size makes it too easy for him to call, maybe even 4-bet, both of which, aren't great for me. So I make it 125. I should have made it like 140, 150. Folds around to him. He calls. We go heads up to the flop. Flop comes king 9-8 with 2 clubs, and he fires out really quick and bets 115 here. Bets about half the pot. So I have a backdoor straight draw, a backdoor flush draw. There's a chance I have the best hand, and I sort of have like 3 options here. I could raise and sort of like take that a really, really strong approach because it's really unlikely that he bets here this quickly. I think that he has like, he can't have a set of kings. Maybe he has like 9-8 or king 9 or king 8 or 9-8 for 2 pair. But it's like I could easily have ace king or a set or aces, and so it's likely that I would raise the flop with all those hands. So I could go ahead and raise here and just sort of apply a lot of pressure right now, hope that he maybe folds, and then continue barreling on like a 6 or a heart. That's a fine approach to take. I could sort of call, which is like an okay option. I'm in position. He bet really, really small. I could continue. I sometimes have the best hand, and I could continue on like hearts and the same sorts of cards as I could continue on if I raised. And I could just fold because I didn't smash the flop. So I could go either way here. I decided to just call. I think when I don't have a ton of information, it sort of just keeps my options open. I understand it's like sort of a weak play, but at the same time, he bet really, really small. I'm in position. I have some good turns. I could have the best hand. We're really, really deep stack. I just feel like good things can happen. The turn comes an offsuit deuce, which really isn't what I'm looking for. I'm really looking to pick up some equity on this turn and to have him check. I know that's really ambitious. I'm looking for, 2 good things to happen and 2 really, really bad things happen, right? The turn comes an offsuit deuce, which doesn't help me at all. And he bets. And he bets 220 here, which is pretty small. The pot's, he bets about half pot again. So, the bet sizing sort of allows me to justify making a little bit too loose of a call. And I think here's where I maybe made a mistake in the hand. I think on this turn, this is really one of the worst hands I could have. There's so many more good turns that I could justify continuing on. And I could just, fold this hand safely on the turn because I'm going to have better hands that I could defend here with, and I could continue on the turn anytime it's a heart or like a 10 or I pick up some equity. Maybe I could bluff raise the turn on some cards as well. But this is a turn where, I didn't get any of the 2 things I'm looking for. It didn't help me at all, and he didn't check. So I really probably should fold here, but I just didn't want to. Sometimes when I play in these games that are, a little smaller than normal, I mix it up and I try out things that I don't, I shouldn't try in the big game. So I'm not trying to defend the play. I think that I should be folding here. But as you can see, I was kind of thinking through the hand for a few minutes here, or not a few minutes, but whatever, a few seconds here on the turn, and I really just didn't want to fold. To be fair, I did have a plan. I think just calling this turn, hoping to have the best hand is way too ambitious. I did have a plan in this hand, and you'll see in a second, I did end up executing. It worked out for me. So I think the results of this hand made me look a little bit better than my play was, to be fair. But I did get the right card and I did execute on it. So I did have a plan on the turn. My plan was to sort of reevaluate on the river and bluff a certain amount of cards, depending on what he did. And I felt like if he checked the river, I was going to bet and represent some strong hands as well. The river comes a club, which is a great card for me, the Queen of Clubs, and he bets really, really small and really, really fast. And so I felt like it was unlikely that he had a really, really strong hand when he bets 300 here into 9-something on the river. So I felt like this was like a blocking bet, and he didn't have a flush. And at the same time, it looks a lot like I have a flush. I mean, I shouldn't be in there with this crazy hand that I'm in there with, right? I shouldn't have Ace-7 of hearts. I should have something a lot stronger, and I shouldn't have that many bluffs. Jack-10 got there, a flush got there, and so when I raise this river, I think it looks very, very credible that I have a really strong hand. And when you add that up to the fact that he bet really, really small, really, really fast, it doesn't look like he has a super strong hand at this point, which I was kind of sensing the whole time. I sensed like he had a weak sort of one-pair hand, and I was just hoping to look for an opportunity to get him off it, right? So when I didn't hit the card I wanted on the turn, I tried to compensate with that on the river by hitting a card that he didn't want, and then making it look like I had that hand. So I think that gives a little more credence to calling the turn if you're going to have a plan that you could execute on. Maybe the call was a little too loose, but when he bets 300 here, I really have a great opportunity to turn up the aggression to level 5 and force him to be put him in a really, really tough spot. So I make a big raise here to 1400. I'm basically repping a flush and a straight at this point, so there's no point in re-raising small to like 800-900. I really want him to fold all the one-pair hands that he has, like the blocking bets, but even two-pair. Even if he has something like 9-8 or king-8, I mean, he really beats absolutely nothing, right? It's really, really unlikely that I'm bluffing here. Like I said, I shouldn't get to the river with a hand this bad. And it looks like I have a flush or a straight. So I think he's going to make a big fold here, even if he has like any hand he's block betting with. And this is a really, really great spot for me. I make it 1400. He folds pretty quickly, which I don't mind at all. I think he should be folding this hand. I think he actually played it well. And he sort of got unlucky in a weird way that I had one of the hands that I'm not supposed to have, and then I was just trying to pick on him and make a play on Live at the Bike. So sometimes you got to do things for the camera, for the fans. Anyway, I'm glad that you asked me about this hand, and hope you learned something from it for Live at the Bike. Anyway, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you think would benefit. It allows me to make more content for you guys here as well. Hope you enjoyed this. Merry Christmas from La Quinta, and I'll see you guys next time on The Hand of the Day.